Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. What were we discussing? We are discussing about the topics from the chapter decimals. Yes, so our first topic for today is conversion of decimals into fractions and fractions into decimals. Now this 1.2 is a decimal number and say 12.10 is a fraction. So in today's class we will learn how to convert this decimal number into a fraction and also how to convert a fraction into a decimal number. Clear children? Coming to the first, that is conversion of fractions into decimal numbers. First we learn how to convert a given fraction into a decimal number. How to write the decimal form of a given fraction. Case 1. When the denominators are 10, 100 or 1000. Yes children, what did I say about this? When we have the denominators for the fraction as 10, 100 or 1000, we call them as our friendly denominators. Yes, so and we have already discussed how to convert the fractions into decimals where the denominators are 10, 100 and 1000. But here as the topic has come, we will revise it briefly. Coming to the first example, convert 8 by 10 into a decimal number. Now what does 8 by 10 represent? That means the shaded portion here 8 columns are shaded out of a total of 10 columns. So this figure here is representing the fraction 8 by 10. 8 columns are shaded out of our 10 columns. And in decimal form, how will we represent 8 by 10? 8 by 10. The step 1 is to count the number of digits in the denominator. Denominator has 2 digits. So even we have to mention or write the numerator as a 2-digit number. Instead of 8, we'll write 0, 8. Yes, we are adding a 0 to the left of the whole number. Even though we add 0, its value will not change. 0, 8 is nothing but 8 only, right children? But if you write the same 0 to the right side of the given number, its value will change. This is not equal to our 8. So that is why we are adding the 0 to the left side. Now 08 is our number and where to keep the decimal point? For that we need to count the number of zeros in the denominator. In the denominator we have 1 0. So after one digit from the right we'll place the decimal point. So 8 by 10 is equal to our 0.8. The decimal form of 8 by 10 is written as 0.8. Now next 45 by 100. Again 45 by 100. The denominator is a 3-digit number but the numerator is only a 2-digit number. So we have to make it as a 3-digit number. Before 45 we'll write 0 to the left side of the 45. After that we count the number of zeros in the denominator. We have 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right we'll place our decimal point. 45 by 100 is equal to 0.45. Clear children? Next, convert 105 divided by 1000 into a decimal number. In decimal form, 105 by 1000 is written as, again the numerator is having only 3 digits but the denominator is a 4-digit number. So we need to make the numerator also as a 4-digit number by adding 0 to the left of the given number. So 105 is now written as 0105. Now coming to the denominator 1000 here children, it has 3 zeros. So after 3 digits from the right we'll place a decimal point. So 0.105 becomes our decimal number. The fraction converted into a decimal number. And if you look at some common errors here, 10 by 100 is not equal to 0.01, and also 100 by 1000 is not equal to 0.001. See children, 10 by 100 is not equal to 0.01. Yeah, okay. This 10 has to be written as it is. The 10's value should not change. 0 should be added before that. But you should not write this 10 as 001. It is wrong. Always remember the decimal number. When we ignore the decimal point, what do we have here now? 0, 0, 1. The value of 001 is nothing but 1. But what is the numerator here? The numerator is 4. The numerator is 10. So it's not equal to the numerator. From that we can say that our decimal number is a wrong number. Understood children? So be aware and please do not make these common errors. Convert 467 by 100 into a decimal number. 467 divided by 100. If you count the number of digits, the denominator is a 3-digit number and the numerator is also a 3-digit number. Yes, both the numerator and denominators are having the 3 digits. So we can write the number as it is. And for the decimal point, here the denominator has 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, I am placing my decimal point. 467 by 100 is equal to 4.67. So that was about conversion of fractions into decimals whose denominators are multiples of 10. That is 10, 100 and 1000. In such cases, again what will we do? Retain the numerator as it is and place a decimal point by counting from right to left as many places as there are zeros in the denominator. Yes, depending on the number of zeros in the denominator, we'll place our decimal point in the numerator. Is this clear children? Example given here. What are we having? We have convert 3 by 4 into its decimal form. Yes children, we are having convert 3 by 4 into its decimal form. Here if you look at the denominator, it is 4. It is neither 10, 100 or 1000. So that we can count the number of zeros and put the decimal point. Now how to do this? So to convert this 3 by 4 to the decimal form, we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number in such a way that the denominator becomes a multiple of 10. That means the denominator becomes 10, 100, 1000 or so on. Yes, what are they saying? To convert this into decimal form, we need to multiply both numerator and denominator by the same number. 3 by 4. Yes. So 3 by 4, that means we need to find the equivalent fraction children. Do you remember equivalent fractions? Equivalent fractions are those wherein which are equal in value. How did we find out? We either multiplied the numerator and denominator by the same number or we divided the numerator and denominator by the same number. Now what were the denominators that we learned? It can, so that the denominator becomes 10, 100, 1000 or so on. Now if we multiply 4 with anything, will we get 10? No. See, we have 4 ones are 4 and then we have 4 twos are 8. Then we have 4 threes are 12. So 10 does not come in 4 table. Let us check for 100. How to check? Let me erase this first. Even here, yes. Let us divide 100 by 4 and see how many times it goes. 4 twos are 8. When we subtract, 2 is remaining. 0 brought down. 4 5s are 20. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. So 100 is 4 divides our 100 exactly, and by how many times? 25 times. So 4 into 25 is equal to 100. Understood, children? 4 into 25 is equal to 100. Again, now as we have multiplied by 25 in the denominator, we have to do the same with the numerator. So 3 into 25. 25 into 3 is equal to 75. So 75 becomes the numerator and 4 into 25 is our 100. Now we all know how to convert this into a decimal number, right? 75 by 100. How will we do that? In the numerator, we are having only 2 digits, but in the new denominator, we are having 3 digits. So for the third digit, we'll place a 0 to the left. Yes, so it is done. Now coming to the next part, 100 is having 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, we will place a decimal point. So 75 by 100 is nothing but 0.75. What was the original fraction, children? 3 by 4 is equal to, what is the decimal that we got just now? We got 0.75. Understood? See, this step we already know. From 75 by 100 we know how to convert. But before getting 75 by 100, we need to do this step. We need to find out the equivalent fraction so that the denominator is either 10, 100, 1000, etc. Yes, to conclude, what did we do? First, we had 3 by 4. Then we multiplied both 3 and 4 with 25. Why only 25? Because 4 into 25 will give us 100, which will make it easier to convert it into a decimal number. Yes, we have to multiply with the same number. 3 into 25 75. 4 into 25 100 is equal to 0.75. Understood, children? Example 3. Convert 1221 by 20 into a decimal number. Again, the denominator here is 20. That is, it is not 10, 100 or 1000. So to convert this denominator into 10, 100 or 1000, we need to multiply the numerator and denominator by a suitable number such that the denominator becomes a multiple of 10. See, children, here we are having 20 and we need to convert it into 10, 100 or 1000 by multiplying. Now whatever I multiply 20 with, say I suppose 20, I multiply 20 by 1, its answer will be 20. So whatever I multiply 20 with, the value would be more than or equal to 20. So it's not possible to get 10. Whatever number we multiply 20 with will not be able to get our 10. So coming to the next number, 100. So in order to find out the number that we should multiply 20 with to get 100, we need to multiply 20 with something to get 100. Yes, so in order to find out that number, we'll divide 100 by 20. We have 20, 5s are 100. When we subtract, 0 is our remainder. So 20 into 5 is equal to 100. The product of 20 and 5 is equal to 100. As we are multiplying 20 with 5 to get our 100, we need to multiply the numerator as well. Let me write it here. We need to multiply the numerator as well with the same number 5 to get our fraction whose denominator is 100. Understood, children? Always remember, in fractions or in mathematics in general, we just do not simply multiply the denominator and leave. we'll do the same thing with the numerator as well. Now coming to the denominator, 20 into 5 is equal to 100. We know that. And the numerator part, 1221 into 5. 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10. Again 5 twos are 10 plus 1, 11. 1 carried, 5 ones are 5 plus 1, 6. 6105 is our numerator and 100 is our denominator. Clear? Now we have a friendly denominator here, that is 100, and we can easily convert the given fraction into a decimal number. So first write the numerator as it is. In the denominator we are having 2 zeros. So after counting 2 digits from the right, we'll place our decimal point. 61.05 is our decimal number for the given fraction 1221 divided by 20. Is this clear, children? The steps of converting the given fraction into a decimal number where the denominator is not a friendly denominator, that is, it is not 10, 100 or 1000. First we need to multiply both the numerator and denominator with the same number so that the denominator becomes a friendly denominator, and then we follow the steps of converting a given fraction into a decimal number. See, 1221 into 5 divided by 20 into 5 is equal to our 61.05. Clear, children? Coming to exercise problems here. First, convert the following fractions into decimals. We are given few fractions here. The first one is 5 by 10. Again here the denominator is a 2-digit number. So we have to write the numerator also as a 2-digit number. 05 becomes the number. And in the denominator we have 10. So after 1 digit from the right, we place our decimal point. Coming to question B, 25 by 100. Again here the numerator is a 2-digit number. The denominator is a 3-digit number. So we have to represent the numerator as a 3-digit number, 0 to 5, and here we are having 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, I'll place my decimal point. Coming to question C, 264 by 100. Both the number of digits are same, so we write the numerator as it is, and in the denominator we have 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, I am placing the decimal point. 2.64 becomes our answer. The same way question D, the number of digits are same, so writing the numerator as it is, we are having 3 zeros. So after 3 digits from the right, I am placing the decimal point. Last question E, 224 by 1000. The denominator is a 4-digit number, so the numerator is to be represented as a 4-digit number. We are adding 0 to the left. Now here we are having 3 zeros. That means after 3 digits from the right, I have to place my decimal point. So 0.22. Now coming to some exercise problems, we have convert the following fractions into decimals. See, we are given with some fractions, we need to convert them into decimals. I'll do the last two problems, you can solve the remaining. Okay, 17 by 20. How will we convert it, children? Here the denominator is not 10, 100 or 1000. So we need to convert it into 10, 100 or 1000. First, we are having 20. Can we multiply 20 with something to get 10? No, it's not possible at all. We cannot multiply 20 with anything to get 10. So let us see for 100. 20 into 5 is equal to 100. Yes, 20 into 5 is equal to 100. So even the numerator will multiply with 5. 17 into 5 is nothing but 5 5s are 25, 5 1s are 5 plus 2 7. 17 5s are 75 divided by our denominator is 20 into 5 100. Now how will we do this, children? Here the denominator is having 3 digits but the numerator is having only 2. So we are placing 0 as the third digit. And remember, where should we place? We should place to the right side. We should place left side. We should place a 0 to the left, that is before the number. Now where will we keep the decimal point? In the denominator we are having 2 zeros. So after 2 zeros, 2 digits from the right, we will place our decimal point. 17 by 20 is nothing but our 0.75. Understood, children? The next question, 12 by 25. Again here the denominator is neither 10, 100 or 1000. But if we multiply 25 by 4, what will we get? 4 5s are 20, 4 2s are 8, 9, 10. 100. Yes, when we multiply 20 by 25 with 4, the answer will be 100. Now as we have multiplied the denominator with 4, we'll multiply the numerator as well. 12 into 4, 48. So 48 by 100 is our fraction now, which has 100 as the denominator. So we can convert it into a decimal, right? Again, the numerator has only 2 digits where the denominator has 3 digits. So we are placing 1 0 to the left of the number, that is before the number. Now where will we place the decimal point? Here there are 2 zeros. So after 2 digits from the right, we'll place a decimal point. Understood, children? So 12 by 25 is nothing but 0.5 converted fractions into decimals, but it is reversed now. We have to convert the given decimals into our fractions. We have already learnt about how to write decimal numbers such as 0.5 and 0.4 as fractions. Let us try to recall some more conversions of decimal numbers into fractions. Now what are they saying here? See, before, again, let us take a simple decimal like this, 0.5. Now how to convert it into a fraction? Of what do we have here? 0.5. So write as it is. Okay, the number that you have, decimal number, write as it is without the decimal point. So what do we have now? 0.5, and that will be our numerator. Coming to the denominator, how many decimal places do we have after the point? We have 1 decimal place after the point. So that is why in the denominator we will write 10. If suppose it had 2 decimal places, we will write 100. If it has 3 decimal places, we'll write 1000. Okay, children, we do not care about the number of places to the left of the decimal point. Okay, we only care about the number of decimal places. See, here we are having 3 decimal places, so 3 zeros. If it has 2, it has 2 zeros. If we say 15.1 not divided by, this is our given decimal number 15.1. We need to convert it into a fraction. As I said, write the number as it is without any decimal points. So 151, that becomes our numerator. Now what about the denominator, children? In the given number we are having 1 decimal place. So in the denominator, after 1, place 1 0. Understood? Depending on the number of decimals, place the number of. Understood, children? That is the basic conversion. Depending on the number of decimal places in the given decimal number, we place the number of zeros in the denominator. Say another example, say 516.501. Now how will we convert this into a decimal number? First write the number as it is without any point, divided by, place write 1, and after 1, here how many decimal places do we have? We are having 3 decimal places. So that is why after 1 we need to place 3 zeros. Understood children? 5000. This will be our fraction, decimal converted into a fraction. Now that was basic conversion. Now what do we have now? Convert 1.4 into fraction and write the answer in the simplest form. Now what are they saying? We are having the fraction we are having the decimal number 1.4 here. Now if you remember about the place values of decimal numbers children, what is this? 1 here is in ones place, we know that. Now what about the decimal part? 4 is in 1/10 place. 4 is in 1/10 place. Now if you are writing the expanded form, how will we write? 1 into 1 plus 4 into 1 by 10. Yes, it is nothing but 1 plus 4 by 10. Yes, we have learned about the multiplication of fractions and whole numbers. How will we multiply this? 4 into 1 divided by 10. That is nothing but 4 by 10. Now what did we conclude here? 1.4 is nothing but 1 plus 4 by 10. We have converted this decimal number into a whole number plus a proper fraction. So in the same way, in the future, whenever you have such questions, say 21.3, how will we write it? Write the whole number part as it is. Write this non-decimal part as it is, plus 3 is in 1/10 place, so 3 divided by 10. If you have 31, then 31 divided by 100. We are having 1/10 and 100th place. This is in 100th place. So 31 divided by 100. Basically, the number divided by 1. After 1, the number of decimal places. How many decimal places you have? That many zeros. What did we conclude here now? 1.4 is nothing but 1 plus 4 by 10. Now let us start with this again. 1 plus 4 divided by 10. The decimal part, that is 4 divided by, after 1, here we are having only one decimal place. So we are placing 1 0. Now how will we add this? We are having a whole number and a fraction. How will we add this children? 1 can be written as 1 by 1. Now the denominators are 1 and 10. How to take the LCM? As we have discussed, the LCM of 1 and any other number will be the number itself. Say here the LCM of 1 and 10 is equal to 10. So now the denominators should be 10. Let me erase this. Here we are having 1 in the denominator. How will we get 10? If we multiply with 10. Yes, so again we have to multiply the same in the numerator as well. Next fraction is 4 by 10. Now again we are having 10 here. We need to get 10. How will we get 10 into 1 is equal to 10. So these are our fractions. When we multiply 1 into 10, 10 divided by 1 into 10, 10 plus 4 into 1, 4 divided by 10 into 1, 10. Now these are our like fractions. How will we add children? 10 will be the common denominator, adding the numerators. 10 plus 4 is nothing but 14 divided by 10. Understood? See, that is why the chapters fractions and decimals are linked together. While we are converting decimals, we use the fractions. As we apply addition, multiplication, here we have applied addition of fractions, multiplication of fractions. Yes, so that is why both are linked together. If you understand the chapter fractions well, you can do the decimal problems also well. Now what is our final answer here? 14 divided by 10. But if you observe, both 14 and 10 have 2 as their common factor. So when we divide it by 2, 14 by 2 7, 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 7 by 5 will be our answer, children. Always remember, when you are dealing with fractions, you have to write the final answer in its simplest form. What is the answer here? 7 by 5. Understood? What did we learn just now? Conversion of decimals into fractions. Now we know both the basic decimals and also a complicated decimal like this can also be converted into a fraction. Let us revise again. I'll tell it quickly. 1.4, how will we write it? This 1 plus the decimal place 4 divided by 10. As we are having only one decimal place, 1. Now 1 plus 4 will be nothing but 10 plus 4 by 10, that is 14 by 10. Next, as they both have numerator and denominator have 2 as their HCF, highest common factor, we are multiplying them by 2. So the final answer will be 7 divided by 5. The answer in its simplest form is 7 divided by 5. I hope this is clear, right children? Conversion of fractions into decimals and also how to convert the given decimal into a fraction number. Yes, we'll end the class here for now, and we'll in the next class we'll discuss the example problems on converting of decimals into fractions. Okay, we'll solve many problems on converting decimals into fractions, and I hope today's class was clear. Please, this we've come to the end of today's class, children. I hope addition and subtraction of all the three different types of fractions, that is like fractions, unlike fractions, and